to me about a Tung Tung? Did you lie to me?
Io sto cercando di fare
Fulton
una
fam?
cosa e mannaggia sto cavolo di Craycraft che mi sta un po' rompendo il cavolo in sottofondo. Allora,
T7.
si fa cosa si fa? Si manda a fare in culo. E praticamente io sto cercando di fare uno shout out da qualcuno, perché sì. Problema? Devo trovare qualcuno che me lo può fare. Però io non lo so. Sì, mi funziona sta cacata che voglio fare io. Aspettate un secondo. Che ecco qua.
This video is sponsored by War Thunder. They say you can't look away from a car crash, and in video games, that's never been more true. There's nothing more satisfying than wrecking a car in a video game. But what makes a crash so much fun? Throughout the years, games have used various styles of vehicle destruction. Since 2008, we've had incredibly realistic damage effects with GTA 4. Fast forward to today, BeamNG has taken that realism to a whole new level. None of these games do it the same way, and once you see how different they really are, you'll never look at a crash the same again. First, let's look at what kinds of vehicle destruction are in video games.
Questo mi interessa però.
Con l'app il tuo annuncio è pronto in pochi click e ora rivendi senza commissioni su eBay, anche i regali.
Some games barely show any damage at all on vehicles, and it's not just due to technical limitations either. Games like Gran Turismo 7 on the PS5 will show an entire wreck and not even dent a bumper, but it's not for lack of trying. Here's an interview with an anonymous game developer that worked at one of these major studios. This is what he said when asked why these games don't feature good destruction on their vehicles.
I think it's because so many companies have different rules about what can and can't be done on their cars. You get a situation where you have two different vehicles by two different car manufacturers in the same game, and they have to have different damage levels. So what happens now is, I think everyone gets reduced down to the B level, where damage is less prevalent on cars. It's a lot of work to do the damage. It's a significant amount of work. And there's additional approval processes, because you have to send how the damage model looks to the manufacturer so that they can approve it. So it goes through all of that.
Not only do licensors limit the overall destruction for their vehicles in-game, they also completely deny any damage to occur on the roof.
They're very, very specific that the roof can never be damaged. That's the main thing. The driver cell always has to be completely safe. That can never be part of it.
Matt Webster, an executive producer at Criterion Games, the studio that made the Burnout series, said this in an interview. The only damage a car manufacturer will let you get away with is a bumper falling off. But this isn't always the case with licensed vehicle games. Need for Speed Pro Street featured many licensed vehicles, from Nissan and Toyota to Porsche and Lamborghini. These could all be mangled and wrecked with their advanced destruction system. We'll talk more about Pro Street's damage system later. Driver San Francisco.
Se posso dirlo, io veramente che il primo gioco che ho giocato in tutta la mia vita fu GTA 5 e letteralmente quello che mi chiedevo sempre, ma perché sto cavolo di tetto non si disintegra mai? Ecco la risposta. A quanto pare la Vapid, che sarebbe la versione di GTA 5 della Ford, questo video non è sponsorizzato, che cosa succedeva? Succedeva che quando tipo, non lo so, andavi con un camion pesante sopra il tetto, diciamo, l'auto della polizia letteralmente teneva a davanti, che letteralmente si andava così basso che toccava il pavimento poi dietro, però il tetto sembrava fatto di titanio, ma anche di titanio, sembrava fatto di bedrock da Minecraft direttamente.
Francisco also featured destructible licensed vehicles.
It's also for the first time in drivers' history, real licensed cars, over 100, well over 100, and we do damage them.
While these games were able to make it happen, games like Gran Turismo and Forza are limited on what they're legally allowed to do. In most cases, these car companies don't want their brand associated with anything negative. Car wrecks are a car manufacturer's worst nightmare. But this is frustrating for us as players, as this commenter pointed out in a Gran Turismo crash video. Why should we have to live in an advertising fantasy land where we pretend cars don't get damaged in crashes?
Life isn't about the destination. It's about the drive. Every mile tells a story. Every curve reveals who we are. This isn't just a car, it's a promise. A promise that nothing can break. Well, almost nothing. Coming in 2026, introducing the all-new Viper Centauri. Complete with a 0-star safety rating, approved by lawyers everywhere. Available for pre-order now. Viper, engineered to last until impact.
When developers couldn't make cars realistically fold up like paper, they leaned into something simpler, shader-based destruction. Dirt, scratches, broken glass, these became the go-to solution. It was just enough to give the illusion of wear and tear without tanking performance, or in some cases, upsetting the car companies. These scratches and dirt effects are basically a shader effect over the car model. Even games with advanced destruction still use these shader effects. In GTA 4, scratches develop on your car when you grind against cars or walls. Bullet holes appear when you shoot at the metal on the car, and when you completely destroy a car, a darkened burn shader covers the entire car. This is Jack Griffin, who worked on Burnout Paradise.
And what is a racing game without the stars of its show? What's so important for Burnout is crushing them and crashing them. Developing new shaders, new destruction and impact shaders for the cars was new, because we knew with the camera, the slow-mo camera, you'd be able to see close-ups of the vehicles, so we had to develop a whole new shaders.
The scratches and damaged textures had to be good enough in this game to watch develop in slow motion. You can see how the scratch shader effect slowly appeared in areas that were hit. In Wreckfest 2, you get scratches and dirt buildup while you play. These effects might not be as noticeable when playing, but without these effects, it would look really odd. It's a perfect example of how much work goes in behind the scenes, making things look so real that you don't even notice them. The most used technique for vehicle destruction is where a game will quickly swap out a model with a pre-made damaged one. These swaps are convincing enough for most games, but they're not as immersive as some of the better techniques. In GTA San Andreas, if we go frame by frame and crash a car's hood, we can see that it suddenly switches the hood out with a damaged one. This is true for all of the components on any car. Driver 3 does its damage similarly. The frame itself is actually never affected, only the detachable components can be damaged. The roof on any vehicle remains undamaged no matter how much you roll it. The Simpsons Hit and Run does it similarly, except other civilian cars don't actually have any damage effects other than smoke and exploding. You can also drive the car after it's exploded.
Wow, this car sure can take a beating.
Even PlayStation 1 era games were it's exploded.
Wow, this car sure can take a beating.
Even PlayStation 1 era games were able to take advantage of this method and make it look convincing. Vigilante 8 Second Offense was a vehicle combat game. Each level let you free roam the map and battle it out with the other cars. The damage effects were convincing enough, and the damage system made the combat rewarding. Flat Out 1 and 2 didn't use real soft body physics, but they pushed model swapping about as far as you 1 and 2. Rewarding.
Quello che faccio all'auto del mio amico.
Flat Out 1 and 2 didn't use real soft body physics, but they pushed model swapping about as far as you can. Each car was divided up into pre-modeled damage zones, like the hood, bumper, fender, and the rear, and each zone had multiple broken versions. When you hit a spot, the game swapped in the damaged version for that zone. Sometimes you'd see the same deformation repeat if you hit the same spot twice on separate occasions, but different zones could swap independently and overlap, blending together. It created the illusion of a more dynamic, seamless damage, when in reality, it was just really fancy model swapping. Here's 3 separate occasions crashing the car, You can see it uses that same damage model on the roof. Model swapping is the least interesting damage system to play with, but it really is cool to see how older games faked it till they made it.
L'amico di prima. Io faccio uso.
Destruction Derby on the PlayStation 1 featured awesome destruction, but when pieces would fly off, they would disappear. The father of PlayStation, Ken Kutagari, personally flew over with engineers to see Destruction Derby in development. He loved it, but he did say it was a shame that debris from the cars didn't stay on the track.
Love Roblox? Earn Roblox digital gift cards with Microsoft Rewards. Sign up for Microsoft Rewards and earn points for your everyday activities when you search on Bing, play on Xbox, and use other Microsoft products. Get started today.
Sta cosa che fanno vedere le cose e mi rompe il pisnello, mi rompe il cazzo. Quindi adesso controlliamo. Kung Fu Mamma te Lavangud Strunzu. Cioè, io adesso ho trovato quello che si chiamava Mamma te Kung Cazzo. Kung Fu Panda Cazzo in cu simulato di merda. Questo che cos'è? Mamma mia, ma di sicuro che è sta cagata, che è? Ma perché c'è Lung T-Lung Kung Fu Craft Panda. E io sto cercando il sto cercando quello da Roblox. Allora, c'è quello da Roblox. Mamma mia, di sto gioco ne ho trovato anche troppo. Dura, chissà quello di Roblox che c'è dentro la cacchiarola di pubblicità di Roblox che mi sta dando fastidio. Mamma mia, che c'ho pure tirato una bestemmia o due. Mi viene sempre la voglia di prendermi per lo strapparmelo, madonna puttana.
The original PlayStation had only 2 megabytes of main RAM, which was a very limited amount compared to today's consoles. This meant developers had to make difficult choices about what features to prioritize. These days, we aren't bound by that limitation. Many games now feature detachable vehicle components, and they stay on the track. In Test Drive, Eve of Destruction, the raceway can become littered in bumpers and broken pieces from the cars. In Need for Speed Pro Street, your hood can fling off with force and smash into the cars or roadway behind you. The side mirrors can also dangle and physically react with your turns, and they can ultimately fall off too. A game that handles vehicle destruction and combat in a really interesting way is this video's sponsor, War Thunder. Destruction in this game is shown in this X-ray view. You to play for sponsoring this video. Back in the 3D era GTA games, cars were comprised of many different pieces. Each piece could transform into a damaged state and break off too. These pieces weren't completely physical though. They didn't react to the player. For instance, you could just walk through the doors. And after the hood landed on the road, you could just phase through it, if you could even see it, as it mostly went into the ground. In GTA 4, it was even more realistic. Each object attached to a car was a real physical object. You could even break them off and still interact with them. Interestingly, Driver 3 released months before San Andreas, and all of its vehicle components had collision. Some games even include wheels or tires breaking off. It makes the race more interesting when you're literally battling for first place and you run the risk of losing your wheels. It's cool too when destruction at this level makes its way to shooters like Halo. It's also cool when items can be in the bed of a truck and you watch them shift around or even fly out. In Street Legal Racing Redline, literally every component that makes up the car could be removed, even the seats. Banjo-Kazooie, Trailmakers, Space Engineers, Kerbal Space Program, Brick Rigs, Crossout and Besiege are Space Engineers, Kerbal Space Program, Brick Rigs, Crossout and Besiege are all games where you build your own vehicles. In these games, they're built block by block, or piece by piece, and they use a rigid body physics system to break apart the components. Not only do you get to create your own vehicles in these games, but you also get to destroy your creations. These destruction features make it so you have to build these vehicles with destruction in mind, so your vehicle can withstand the situations you put them through. Putting them to the test becomes a gameplay loop in it of itself. In GTA 5, when you crash an airplane, it basically destroys into all the pieces or chunks that make up the airplane. It doesn't look very realistic like an airplane crash in BeamNG does, which we'll look at later. But it's good enough for a game made in 2013. GTA 4's helicopter crashes were always impressive because you could rip off the tail of your helicopter by hitting a building with it, then you'd lose control and start twirling through the air. It's easy enough to have vehicle objects detached from the body, but how do game developers take this a step further?
Damage is realistic.
Da Oracle. C'è tutta gente che soffre da questa bruttissima icona. Sì. Patreon di merda. Per fortuna io non lo prendo. Queste cose sono accadute a me.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
What the fuck, y'all? God damn! God damn!
Are you serious right now, bro?
This is fake. That's fake.
This is fake?
Yeah, that's Photoshop. That's fake.
Look at this dude. No, 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 no. Really, nigga?
Bel gioco,
What's that, brother?
merda. Ah.
What the fuck? Oh,
Richard!
Se ci fosse veramente quei contatti che regla.
What the fuck, bro?
Non sta alla carità, non sta stretto. Questo è un po' cretino. Ok, però il motore sta dietro. Io una di quelle macchine avevo viste aperte.
I'm getting too old for this nonsense.
No. È vero. Cioè io dopo sta cosa veramente cosa avevi fatto io? Sei andata a fare in culo. No, avevo 100%. In series. E poi una cosa del gioco è tutta modificata. Fatta culo.
What the fuck is this, dude?
Cioè, che cacchio serve? Cazzo? E guarda. Cioè, chissà veramente una cadere anni. Veramente che una mod vecchio si vede che...
Damn, what is that, bro? Oh my piece.
Oh, shit!
A parte che io da mod l'ho caricato
What the fuck?
una cosa che raccoglie tutte le mod.
But why? Why would you do that? Why would you do any of that?
Summon, I'm a demon, I'm a you assuming I'm a human. What I gotta do to get it through to you? I'm superhuman, innovative, and I made a rubber so.
Sì.
What he's doing?
Io non ho capito. Almeno. Va bene. Vediamo se... Cioè, era fatta bene fino a un punto. Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man? E anche dei tecnici che mancano. Questo non si ripara. Cioè, questo non si ripara. Dico soltanto sta macchina non si ripara. Lo giuro, non si ripara. Io non l'ho fatta, però dico non la si può riparare.
Hold up. Something ain't right. Oh my god, Fuzz!
E questo veramente che è cinese, cioè, si chiama China's vedo electric vehicles. Papà, sapere, mi potresti dare
But what the hell, boy?
Hey, yo, what's that?
Why are you so fucking ugly, bro?
Almeno potevano tornare a fare trattore. Onestamente è meglio un trattore che una macchina che costa 1.000 euro. Che mo con l'inflazione costa anche di più. Cioè io dico
У арбуза заболела голова. Вот, мы не знаем, что делать.
Cos'è? Che cazzo è? 5,50. Questo ci spendi 5,50 euro. 50. Però scherzi, ma veramente io non ti pagherei $20 che mi metti pure in video fatto con la conserva del 1200 direttamente quando ancora c'era Edison con il telefono di Edison che mi registrano un video in polacco.
If you want to see more BeamNG memes, check out this video.
proprio...
Dai, vediamo un poco che minchia esce.
Dang. Dang. Region 1. Releasing March 2026. Chat, what do y'all think? What do y'all think? W or L? What do y'all think? That looks pretty good. I'm not going to lie. That looks way better than I thought it was going to look. I'm going to be honest. Like, I thought it was going to look good, but I didn't think it was going to look that good. That looked pretty good. That looked pretty good. I like that, like, they have, like, base building stuff and all that. That's actually kind of sick. So that way you got, like, the fun of, like grow a garden, like, building up your own, like, base and stuff. But it's like different, you know? Like instead of a garden, it's like a whole base, like houses and stuff. That's kind of cool. Make choices, kind of sick. Yeah, and then you loot stuff from the world, put it in your backpack. So it's like Ark Raiders a little bit. A little bit of goop.
For us to be displaced, doesn't matter now, we're out of time.
Dang. Dead. By the way, I'll tell y'all this. Anybody comes into my base, you gonna get you.
Wow! Dal mondo delle principesse sono arrivate le calze di Alicel, la principessa dei sogni. Sono da favola. Puoi scegliere il tuo gioiello da principessa e tutti i tuoi sogni diverranno realtà. Sono bellissime e ti aspettano in tutti i punti vendita della tua città.
Chissà quanto vale la nostra auto.
Te lo dice, noi compriamo auto.it. Vendi la tua auto in modo facile e veloce.
Questa live da...
Here we go. A new era of...
Sentite, sta live penso che la finirò qua. Io mi sono un po' rotto il cacchio. Non c'è nessuno in chat. Io non mollerò di sicuro per fare YouTube, però devo trovare un modo per avere più gente arrivare al livello tipo di, diciamo, Lion, Craycraft. Non dico Craycraft, però dico almeno arrivare alla stessa popolazione di un paesino del sud Italia, almeno. Oppure della popolazione dell'intero sud Italia. A me andrebbe bene che tutti quelli del sud si iscrivano, quelli siciliani e sardi, ma ci vuole. Vanno bene anche quelli del nord, va bene che tutta Italia si iscrive. L'importante a me è avere iscritti, avere un po' di cloud, avere quei cavolo di 5 minuti per dire qualcosa che non ho mai avuto, che ho sempre sognato. E che voi mi vedete tramite uno schermo. Però tra questi 9 iscritti ci stanno alcune persone che io conosco. E se posso dire una cosa, questo è un po' triste. Cioè, letteralmente. Ma poi che non ce la faccio più. Perché letteralmente mo devo pure avviare in un gioco, perché mi sei incacchiato là. Quindi ricordate. Aspettate. Ricordate. Pole Castro Bussentino. Ricordatevelo. Ricordatevi questo, perché questo vi sarà utile. Ripeto, vi sarà utile questa cosa qua, perché quando andrete a Policastro io vi voglio vedere lì che supportate il paese, perché là ci stanno letteralmente qualche vecchio in paese. Io voglio qualcuno che supporti me un paese e un sud. Almeno che io oltre per il cloud, almeno con qualcosa. Ricordatevi un po' le casse. Ricordatevi un paese, ricordate tutto. Tranne la parte che io sono del paese. Sapete dove sto, ma basta soltanto, non mi venite a rompere le balle perché letteralmente io sto in un periodo orribile, che sto male, non ce la faccio. Cioè non sto male, però comunque io non ce la faccio. Proprio. Poi ci vogliamo mettere pure che questo che è stato onestamente ci sta, l'unico paese popoloso sarebbe Sapri. Sapri, cacchiera, non mi ricordo manco. Poi di caso letteralmente in un paese così piccolo è letteralmente il paese di passaggio della Route 66. Cioè letteralmente come da dire Springs, la stessa cosa. Quello là viveva di camionisti e gente che passava e se ne sono andati perché l'hanno tagliato fuori. La stessa cosa con la Tirrena inferiore. Adesso c'è l'autostrada, però prima si passava per l'SS 18 Tirrena inferiore. Mo SS 18 Tirrena inferiore sarebbe praticamente la strada che passa lungo, passa per i vari paesi, arriva fino a Battipaglia e continua. Poi ci sarà l'autostrada che arriva fino in su. Fatto però è morto. Il paese praticamente è quasi stecchito. Ci sta qualche bambino che può brainrottato in merda. Cioè io non... Quindi ricordate, se avete il tempo, le vacanze dell'anno prossimo, dove le andrete a fare? A Policastro. Penso che nessuno stia guardando questo video. Comunque, cioè, mi sono dovuto mettere a fare pubblicità. Che divertente. Vediamo come sta facendo sta minchia. Non c'è nessuno spettatore, la frequenza di chat è 0, niente visualizzazioni. Sta speedrun non ha funzionato e si è trasformato in una pubblicità, quindi si può dire io sto facendo proprio male. Onestamente io non voglio mollare, però purtroppo vedrò se a Policastro posso sperando che il mio portatile ce la faccia e non muoia, mi scarico OBS e mi metto a fare le live poi da là. Che divertente. Ma devo chiedere a mio zio che non mi deve staccare quella cazzo di ciabatta, quindi ci sentiamo l'anno prossimo, vedrò se riuscirò a fare qualcosa a Capodanno e buona serata. Sì.